morning. It's time to practice what we just learned about adjectives, and we're going to combine that with what we know about nouns and verbs. First step, put your name on your paper. And the date. Whatever your date is today is what you'll put there. All right, so let's just check this out. Lesson 4, adjectives, practice sheet 1. This is going to be guided, so I'll be walking you through all of these examples together. You will need a blue marker or colored pencil for nouns, which we will be showing with a blue triangle. So blue triangle is going to be nouns. You will also need your red for verbs, a red circle because we had the red ball. And then we're adding a new color today. We're adding green for adjectives. Now, adjectives describe nouns, so they are also in the shape of a triangle, but they're a different color because they do a different job. They're in the noun family, but they are describing nouns instead of being them. So for adjective, we're just going to put ADJ period. We don't need to write the whole thing. I want you to put this on your paper too, just like I did, so that you can check back. And if you get confused on which one is which, you can see the first letter. Blue triangle is nouns. Red circle is verbs. And green triangle is adjective. Okay? All right. You're also going to need a regular pencil to write your name, like we did at the top, and to mark your sentences. We're going to be doing this for every single example. This is not optional, so make sure you're doing it with me. This is going to be a huge help for your parts of speech and for your intervention time. So here we go. Let's start number 1. The tan cat ran to the deck. So I would start by asking myself, who or what is this sentence about? And the answer is the tan cat. So I'm going to mark the who phrase. Then I will look for a where phrase clue, and I see 2. That tells me that all of this is my where phrase. I shouldn't have put a line up there. Which leaves me with, what did the tan cat do? Oh, it ran. Now, time to label some of these. All right, well, I know that my who phrase is going to have a noun in it somewhere because it has to. It has to have a person, place, thing, animal, or idea. And I see an animal here for cat, so I'm going to mark that with a blue triangle. Now, there might be more nouns in here, and you might be ready to label them, but I want us to do this who phrase first before we go on to any others. We're not marking the. That's an article, and I'll be teaching that to you soon. Now, I have this word tan. Tan is a color. It's describing the cat. So because an adjective is a describing word that describes a noun, I'm going to mark tan with a green triangle. Okay, now I have my did what phrase and my where phrase. It's easy to do the did what phrase first because there's only one word in it and it tells an action. So we know this is our verb. I'm gonna mark that. A red circle. Okay. Now I have my where phrase. 2 is a where clue. Where clues are not any of these. They're a different kind of part of speech. I'll teach it to you soon. We're not marking the. And the only word we have left is deck. So I have to decide if that is a noun, a verb, or an adjective. Well, I can picture a deck in my mind in someone's backyard. I think of it as a place or a thing, which makes it a noun. So I will label it as a noun. Okay, and so now we're done because we aren't marking we're not marking our where clues because they are a different part of speech that you'll learn later. And we've marked our describing words, all of them. There was only one tan. We marked our 2 nouns, cat and deck, and we marked our 1 verb, ran. Let's go to number 2. So this says, a limp fish is on the dock. Who is this about? A limp fish. Here's my where clue. On the dock is my where phrase, which means that the did what phrase has to be is. And we already know that this is one of those tricky verbs. So we're going to mark that as a verb when we get to it. Let's start here with a limp fish. We're not going to mark A because it's an article, which you'll learn later. Now, I have 2 options here. I'm looking for a noun because I know that this will have a noun in it. Limp means kind of floppy and not very strong. That sounds like a describing word to me. And I know that fish is an animal, which makes it a noun. So we're going to mark it that. Okay. And since limp is describing the noun, describing the fish, that's going to get a green triangle. Now I'm going to look here. This is my did what phrase. I know it should contain at least 1 verb, and since there's only 1 word, and we already said it's one of the tricky ones that we had on our list last time, that is our verb. Okay. We're not marking where clues. We're not marking the yet. So our last option is dock. So I have to think, is this describing something? Is this being used here as an action? Or is it being used here as a person, place, thing, animal, or idea? And in this case, it's describing a thing or a place where the fish is. So it is a noun. All right, let's go to number 3. His bad dog bit the hen. Who is this about? His bad dog. Ooh, I don't have a where clue. Okay. So what I have to do now is figure out what did the dog do. If there's no where clue, then there's no where phrase. That means I'm going to find my action, which is bit. And then this is telling me what the dog bit. So this is all part of it. This is a did what phrase. So I have my who phrase and my did what. Let's come to the who phrase. His bad dog. We are not marking his yet. That is a pronoun. Bad dog. Well, I need to find the noun in my who phrase, and I think this is not a person, place, thing, or animal, but I know a dog is definitely an animal. So that's my noun. And now I'm going to look at the word bad. It comes right before the noun, and it does describe what kind of dog it is, doesn't it? So this is going to be an adjective. Okay, now we're going to come over to our did what phrase, bit the hen. Well, this did what phrase has to have at least 1 verb in it. So I need to decide which is showing the action. Is it bit, the, or hen? We're not marking the, so that's not an option. So is it bit showing an action, or is it hen? Well, I know a hen is an animal. It's a type of bird. So I'm thinking that this is our action word, our verb, bit, and I can picture the dog biting and going through the action. So that's our verb. And then our hen is a different kind of animal. So we'll mark her as a noun. Let's go to number 4. A fat pig sat in the pen. Who is it about? A fat pig? Oh, I have a where phrase because I see my where clue. In. In the pen is my where, which means that sat must be my did what. Let's start with my who. Where's my noun? Well, first of all, we're not marking A yet. We'll learn that soon. Which one's my noun, fat or pig? Yep, if you were thinking pig, you were correct because that's the animal. And fat is describing the pig, so that gets a green triangle. What you'll notice is there's a pattern. In the English language, we almost always use our adjective right before our noun. Some other languages, including Spanish, they will swap them around, but in English, it is almost always adjective followed by the noun that it describes. All right, so here's our did what phrase. It needs to have at least one verb, and there's only one word in it, which means sat is our action verb. And now we have in the pen. We're not marking where clues, and we're not marking the, which means that pen is our only thing that we need to worry about. So if you're not sure what this is a place where farmers keep animals. Since it's a place, we will mark it as a noun. And we're done with that one. Let's go to number 5.